What's going on in that Walmart that we don't know about?
I'm a normal girl trying to do stuff.
You're listening to Don't Tell Our Mom podcast.
Hi, I'm Madison, and this is my little sister, Paige.
And welcome to our podcast.
Welcome. We have officially decided that this is a real podcast.
Yeah, so we put it out there.
Yeah, we were doing this just for fun to see if we enjoyed being on camera together, and we do.
So guess it's a real thing now.
Here we are. Hi.
One day we'll have a big ring light. We'll have little mics.
Well, one day we'll have real big girl cameras and things. I did order mics, if anyone is wondering. I did order some mics. They were supposed to arrive today. That is the construction, is our co-host. Along with Abby in the corner. You're not going to see her, but her presence is really felt.
Yes.
You can really feel her in the room. Yeah, do you have any zoomies? Oh, I know you have a zoomie.
I have a zoomie.
Something you got to get off your chest.
Mm-hmm. Walmart. So, me and my roommate go shopping at Walmart. It's cheap. I don't want to go to Thrifties. I don't want to go to Save On.
You are just girls starting out.
You know, I am not able to afford Whole Foods. It's where I want to shop, but I can't. So we go to Walmart. Below that, down in the dumps, Walmart.
Down in the basement.
And we spent an hour in there. We like to graze. I got a burger from McDonald's.
Well, you got to look at all your options.
Yeah, we had to look at all of our options. I like to go down every aisle. And we normally do, and it's fine. Yeah. So we're at Walmart, and we're finally at the produce section, which is our last section. We start noticing that everybody's coughing. And when we first got in there was a couple people coughing. I was like, ooh, I hate this. And Abby was like, oh, it's fine. It's flu season. It's okay. It's fine. You're not close enough to them for anything to happen. And then we get to the produce section. We're like, wow, everybody's coughing. That's so weird. And we don't smell anything. We don't feel sick. Yeah. I did swallow part of my paper straw though. So I was coughing a little bit.
But that was explained. And so we're like, it's fine. We'll just leave. Let's just go home. We don't want to get sick. This was weird, but gotta go.
Weird, but gotta go. So we're in the line for self-checkout. It's so much faster to do it yourself. And we're in this big line, and everyone's coughing still. And then the fire alarm goes off. And I instantly am in a panic because I have this thing that if an alarm goes off, someone is going to kill us all. There's a knife.
There's a man with a gun.
There's a man with a gun. I live in Canada. I don't know. That doesn't happen very often. And especially here.
Victoria's one of the safest places.
Yeah, it does not happen here. I think we've had one shooting.
I think if we lived in Ontario or that place that borders Detroit, no hate to Detroit, give Flint, Michigan their water. But there's no, if someone has a gun, it's a rifle and it's for shooting deer.
Yeah, exactly. Wait.
Yeah, no, I'm more concerned about going, I don't know, if people who live in Canada and you're watching this, you go into Canadian Tire, the axes, they're just out. There's no alarm on them. They lock up the razor blades, they lock up the baby formula, but they don't lock up the axes, to chop wood down.
That's crazy.
There's just machetes out.
I know, when you told me that when we were in Canadian Tire the other day.
Doesn't it make you so uncomfortable?
You told me that, I was like, I want to go home now.
I know, but I love Canadian Tire, so you gotta just do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I wish that they at least, lock them up like you do the video games. Lock them up like you do the Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why are the axes just out for anyone to... I'm more concerned about, a child...
picking up an axe and running around with it.
Yeah, I was a terrible tyrant as a child. I would just disappear in the store. Imagine if I was just running around with an axe. I mean...
Imagine this little kid with, the axe that's just big as him. It looked like a cartoon.
Yeah, it would... But I'm just, not in any way, good for anybody, you know?
Yeah, so anyways.
Sorry.
We were at Walmart. Yeah. Alarm going off.
Alarm goes off.
Everyone's just standing there, looking around, because there was no fire that was visible. So we're like, oh, is this, did someone accidentally pull it? Is this a real emergency?
Which is crazy. You should just all go.
And this lady, she must have been the manager.
Yeah.
Because she was, rounding everyone up outside once we evacuated. But she was screaming at us. Well, I don't blame her because nobody's moving. And she's like, you need to get out right now. Get out now. And so everyone starts running.
Oh, no.
People actually brought their grocery carts out with them. Like, I'm sure, I think there's lots of things stolen. I accidentally stole 2 chocolate bars out of panic because I picked them up in the aisle and I clenched onto them.
And you just had them.
Abby's looking at me and she's like, nobody's going to kill us. It's okay. Everything's fine.
You think your last thing you're going to eat is this damn chocolate bar?
I didn't even get to eat it. That's the worst part.
Oh, honey.
And so we're all evacuated outside now. And we're standing at the front. My roommate, her worst fear is getting gassed. Like, her worst fear is getting gassed. We're going to die silently. And it's just, we don't know. And we're going to suffocate and we're going to die.
Yeah.
My worst fear is people. So we're standing at the front. She wants to stand at the front to see what's going on in there and try to hear what is going on in there so she can, like, tell her brain what's happening.
Yeah.
I want to get away from the front.
As far as away as possible.
So I go, oh, maybe she's just wait in the car. She's like, no, it's okay. We'll just see. Like, our groceries are in there. I was like, okay, maybe let's just, like, go look at the Christmas tree over there. And so we go to the Christmas tree. I turn my back towards the Christmas tree, and we're staring at the Walmart. Mm-hmm. And we're pretty far away now. We're the back of the crowd. And we start hearing these Walmart employees. That's what they're called. Walmart employees talking about how they smelled this really strong bleach smell.
Oh.
Yeah, did you smell that really strong bleach smell? Like, do you guys use a lot of bleach to clean today? And the other guy was like, no, we haven't used any bleach today to clean.
I wonder if something, like, fell off a shelf or...
I don't know. And so after that was said, the manager girl was going to all the employees that she ended up rubbing her chest and her head saying, do you guys need a medic? Are you feeling okay here? Mm-hmm. Like, does anyone need a medic? And me and Abby looked at each other. We're like, now what the hell? Because what's going on in that Walmart that we don't know about? So we both decided to go home. We got the fuck out of there as quick as we could. And we came home. Didn't even come home. We banged on Madison's door.
Yeah, and I'm doing Vlogmas right now. And I'll let you guys know this. I take a nap from like 5 to 7 in the evening, just so that I have some Riz for the evening to end the vlog. Like, I need to, like, do a little mini recharge. So I'm having my little recharge Riz nap. That's crazy to say. That's a crazy sentence. Oh, hi, Dill. And it's and it woke me up and I was having a nightmare. And then the banging on the door freaked me out, and I answered the door, and the girls are just sitting there doe-eyed like, hi, I think we're gonna die. Can you please just come up so we don't talk ourselves into thinking that we got sarin gas?
Walmart gassed us.
Yeah, we were gassed out in Walmart. We were evacuated. I was like, oh my God. And then I had to come up here and babysit them to make sure they didn't talk themselves into like thinking that they needed to go to the ER or something.
And we're fine.
You guys are fine.
And
There's nothing in the news about it. Like, it was probably just some bleach fell off a shelf, and they were like over an overabundance of caution, which is what you want.
It's rather that or someone pulled it.
Yeah.
And everyone, well, I don't know, because everyone was coughing hella. Like, the employees, they all had, like, Kleenex, they were coughing.
Well, yeah, that's why I think something probably spilt.
I feel like something spilt, or there was something that happened, but it was in the back, because all the people that were coughing, all the employees, we hadn't seen any of them.
Yeah.
So it was in places that we weren't.
Yeah.
Which made us feel better about it.
Yeah, you guys are fine.
But yeah, that was my Zoomie. Thanks, Walmart, for almost gassing us, and we couldn't even get our groceries.
I think you deserve a Walmart gift card.
I think we deserve a Walmart gift card, too.
Or you know what would be better? A Walmart sponsorship. Walmart, hit us up.
Yeah, hey, Walmart sponsor.
I know I'm not the biggest fan of big box stores, but hey...
Like, I'm gonna still shop there.
You have to.
I have to.
Like, in this economy, in this day and age, where you are in your life,
Walmart's
it's just
our savior, basically.
It's just like the only option you have, which is so sad. Like, other than like getting a really good secondhand find, but like those are things that are few and far between, especially that we live on an island.
Yes.
Yeah, our access to stuff is more limited than we would have like a metropolis, and so you have to make concessions, and you have to be able to live.
Exactly. So thank you, Walmart, for feeding me, but also fuck you for gassing me.
Yeah, I think they did it on purpose. I think they said, you know what, Paige and Abby are here, let's gas them.
The thing is we shouldn't even, I don't know why we were going grocery shopping. Mm-hmm. I hadn't got paid. Still haven't, which is weird. But haven't got paid. I like had money to pay for groceries, but it was like, it's tight now. Mm-hmm. Hadn't got paid. Also,
that's what he said.
I was like out all day. It was getting later. We're like, should we go? Yeah, let's just go now and get it over with.
Yeah.
And then the worst part is I hadn't eaten all day. And so when we got in there, I instantly was like, I'm going to pass out. I need to go eat something.
Yeah.
So I got a burger.
And McDonald's?
Yeah. Ooh. And if I didn't get burger...
Yeah, we
would have had groceries right now.
Because you were in line when this happened. I don't know if you let them know that.
We were in line when this happened. Like, we were 10 minutes away from getting out of there.
Yeah, so it was
if we had left 10 minutes earlier, or if we had, I don't know, if I had not gotten that burger.
Yeah, you would have had groceries.
We would have had groceries.
And I would have had my nap.
Yeah.
Ugh, Walmart.
Fuck you, Walmart. Yeah, so that was my
possible.
Zoomie. What's your Zoomie? Waking up to us getting gassed?
Yeah, I'm trying to like think. Daily vlogging is crazy. Like I don't know if creators talk about how like mentally draining daily vlogging is, or if it's just me. Like if maybe I'm just not built for it. But it is like a weird thing that happens to your brain.
Isn't that why YouTubers like stop halfway through the month?
Yeah.
It's because, I can't do, it's too much. I can't do this.
Yeah, and I'm really doing this because I'm so close to my goal, and I'm really hoping that, like, a daily upload for this month will, like, push me that last, like, 10% that I need to get monetized. Because I didn't think I would be monetized in my first year, but I am so close to being monetized in my first year that, like, I want to do everything possible to get there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just don't want to, like, hope and pray it happens. Like, I want to take all the action possible to get there. And, like, hopefully, like, get a check in January or February. Yeah. That would be amazing. So if you're listening to this and you and you enjoy like just like cozy content, like I make pretty low stakes cozy content. I DIY. I rent or renovate my own apartment.
I'll be honest, like yes, I watch Maddie's videos because she's my sister, like big supporter over here. But also me and Abby binge watched her videos just because they were like calm and comforting, and we want to watch somebody clean. And we want to see the DIY, and we want to see it look all pretty.
Well,
we love the vlogs.
I do too.
Because they're just so calm.
I think there's like in the content creation space, there's a creator for everybody. And I really need a creator like the one I'm becoming. And it's just like an easy life. Obstacles happen. Crazy stuff happens sometimes, but it's like really just like I'm a normal girl trying to do stuff.
I feel like a lot of the internet, it's rather, and this goes the same on TikTok that I see all the time, it's rather you have like, I'm very trying to be funny, it girl type of girls.
Yeah.
And boys. Yeah. Or you have like the ones that like do the pranks, or it's all a skit and you can totally tell.
Yeah,
or
it's all scripted.
Something happens, or the name of the video is like, oh, I put someone in jail, and it doesn't happen. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, well...
clickbaited
why are we being clickbaited? Like I feel like that's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah, I think there's definitely been a shift in the last... Well, really since the pandemic, there's been a shift in what people want to consume. And I think consumers, like people on the internet... have opened their eyes, like the bulk of them. They think about like the Colleen Ballinger situation, all this stuff. Like people are like, wait, no. I feel like people are noticing faked and feigned relatability. Yeah. And I'm at a phase in my life where like I'm a pretty average person. I'm just like every other girl. I have my quirks and the things that make me like unique and special, but I also like don't believe that I'm like...
And like you hit the audience that's like, you're not super millennial.
Yeah, I'm a cusp baby.
You have your moments.
I do.
But that's okay because you're almost 30.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we very much give you grace because you're almost 30. But you're also not, like, the type of, like, millennial that's like, oh, I can't stand this.
Yeah, I'm not but first my coffee kind of girl. Which, you know what, if that's your thing, like, if you're a 9 a.m. coffee, 9 p.m. wine kind of girl, like, I love that for you. If you're a live, laugh, love kind of girl, I'm into that. I love that for you, but it's just, like, not my vibe.
What are all these Gen Zers saying? Like, what?
Oh my goodness, what do you mean I gotta show up late and work hard? like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not...
Yeah, so... If you're looking for YouTube channel to just chill.
Yeah, and it's very much just a chill place.
This is all just like a big shout out to
my channel.
Your YouTube channel right now.
Well, it's I guess that's my Zoomie is my channel. It's really like the focus that I'm working on at the end of the year here. I I really went into it believing that like maybe I would do it for 2 weeks and be like, actually, I hate this. But I've really come to love it. And it's been so fun. And I love doing it. But yeah, I guess that's my Zoomy because my brain is just like consumed with daily vlogging. My brain is just like, okay, this, okay, that, okay. And like directing and using my brain. And being on camera every day is exhausting.
Yeah.
Because I'm a sleeper. I gotta sleep. Like, what am I supposed to do? Film myself sleeping?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta sleep and have snake meal. Like
a snake meal.
When you eat like a whole bunch and then have a big long nap. Have you ever done that?
No.
Yeah.
I don't nap.
I'm a big napper.
I can't nap. It ruins my day if I nap.
Really?
Yeah.
It makes my day if I nap. Some days if I don't nap, I go, this day would have been so much better if I figured out where to have a nap.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I love a nap. My brain needs it.
Our topic of the day.
What is it? Did you decide
what we were decided what our topic's gonna be.
Okay, tell me.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about you and me. What do you want to talk about?
Sex experiences.
Worst.
Like, not like...
Do you know what you're asking me right now?
Okay, not like that.
Okay, are we going worst non-traumatic?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah, like,
I was like you want to get into that right now?
Like, why did that happen?
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
Okay, do you want to go... You obviously have something in mind.
I have a story in mind.
I gotta think.
And I didn't end up having sex with this person.
Oh, okay.
But I did hook up with this person.
Okay, what is your... Okay, I guess we should say, like, what's your definition of hooking out?
Okay, you know what? It's very, like...
Loose.
It's very loose.
It's situational.
It could mean that I had sex with that person, but it also doesn't have to mean that.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh...
Okay, also, is oral sex to you?
No.
Or is it not? Okay.
No. Sex is, like, full penis in vagina, in and out.
Inserted.
What
about soaking? Have you ever done soaking? Sorry, Abby's losing her shit over here. Have you ever done a soaker moment?
I haven't dabbled in soaking.
Okay, and we should also say that Paige is like a fairly straight person, so when she talks about sex being a penis and a vagina, she doesn't mean that that's the only valid sex. She's just saying that's the only sex she's had.
I've had. That's the only sex that I've had. So
yeah.
I hope that you guys are having all types of sex.
Yeah, and she's not saying that you need to have a penis to have sex, or that you need to have a vagina to have sex.
This is the only sex I know.
It's the only sex you've experienced.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, go.
So I was, how old was I? I was 15 or 16.
Okay.
What?
Nothing, just talking about minors having sex is crazy.
Is it really that crazy?
No, but I mean,
it's me.
Also,
I know. I feel like everyone is not everyone. Oh my god, no. Mm-mm. I feel like a big majority of people lose their virginity in high school.
I think so too. As a 30-year-old woman talking about minors, but I had minor. No, yeah, I was 17. I was technically a minor.
Yeah, I lost my virginity
It was late.
Anyways, okay. Yeah, I was like 16, and I had this boy over. Because I had a bunch of friends over.
At the house?
I had a party at the house. At Mom's house.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
I actually don't think she knows about this party.
Don't tell her. Mom, if you're listening, no, you're not.
And basically what happened is I was really drunk. And he wasn't as drunk. And I knew that in my head. And he tried to get me to hook up with him. Uh-huh. And so I was like, okay, fine. Mm-hmm. So
okay, fine.
So I gave him head, but like 5 seconds into it, I bit.
Oh my good girl.
I chomped down on his little penis head. I chomped down on it.
Chomp.
And he had no reaction, which was a little startling for me. Anyways, after I did
You're
that,
like, did I
stopped,
not just do what I did?
And I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I'm giggling all the way upstairs. And then I kind of just am up there until he leaves. And he's like saying goodbye. And then he goes, like, he's fucking stupid. He goes, oh, next time you give head to somebody, just less teeth. And I looked at him. I was like, oh, I meant to do that.
I did that on purpose.
I meant to do that. But you have a good night.
I went,
I chomped down on it.
I gave you a little chomper.
Because you suck, and I chomped down on it because you don't deserve this. Like, okay, I'll hook up with you.
That's my good girl.
So that's like the first, like, I think that was the first time that I was like, okay, so this can be funny.
Yeah, like I can use this to my advantage.
Yeah. And so I have a lot of little stories like that. Yeah. How about you?
I'm trying to like think of like funny ones.
Funny ones?
Because they're funny for me, but I don't know if they're funny for other people. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. I was the type of young person, like I must have been, I don't know, between the ages of like 15, probably like 12 to 17. I on and off hung out with this friend group with one of the girls. She was a few years older than me, like 3 or 4 years older than me. Let's call her Kelly. Kelly and I were friends. She like lived down the street from me, and her like circle of friends were older, but I hung around her, like, and she was like my big sister because I was the oldest, and she would take me to like parties. And there was this point where like I was like maybe like 15, 16 going to like college parties because she was young, but she was going to these parties. So then I'm at one of these parties with her. We're at some guy's house. And I knew this guy from school. He was older. I think he was older than her. I think he was 4 years older than us. Like, I had been in grade 7 when he was in grade 12 sort of situation. Or maybe grade 11. And I'm not good with numbers, so don't. If that math doesn't work out, then that math doesn't work out. We're at this party. And him and I, we were, like, friends. But we weren't, like, the same age. So, like, we never spoke unless I was at his house or at one of these parties with my friend Kelly. I was gonna go home. I was like not interested in staying at this party because like I didn't really drink then. I wasn't doing drugs with them. I was literally just there to like be there, like just not be at home. Like I would have done anything to not be at home. And that's where she was, and I was supposed to sleep over at her house, so that's where we were. Sorry, Mom. We were at college parties with boys, and we are at this party, and she gets like blackout drunk and starts hooking up with one of the boys, which is a very common thing for her to do. She would always, at the end of the night, go off into a bedroom, and I would be by myself. I often slept on a couch. I would like wait for them to fall asleep, and I would go sleep on the floor of whatever room she was in. Like, I was literally just a puppy dog that she brought everywhere with her. But that night, this guy, let's call him Clint.
Clint's crazy name.
Sorry.
Okay.
Clint. And it's crazy because I'll tell you his name later.
My
and
man,
Clint works. Like, Clint and his name are the same.
Okay.
Like, they're the same vibe. So let's call him Clint. Him and I had conversations. We were friends, but he was older than me, so like we didn't really have a lot in common. And he said, "Hey, do you want to go smoke a joint? And you can sleep in my bed. I'll sleep on the floor." Because I always slept on the couch when we were at his house. I was like, slay. I was like, that actually sounds really great. So we go into his room. He opens the little window. We smoke this joint together. And I am a girl. I'm a girl with a blunt. I'm asleep. I'm like, okay, sleepy time. So I take my little jeans off. I'm just wearing my little t-shirt. I curl up in his bed. And he goes to get in the bed with me. And I was like, whoa. I thought you were sleeping on the floor. And he's like, oh, sorry. He's like, you take your pants off. I was like, no, I just like can't sleep with my pants on. Like, what are we doing here?
Who's sleeping in jeans?
Like, but I also I had not lost my virginity yet. Like, this was not, I was still not doing that yet. And at this time I was also like severely anorexic. I was like severely like underweight. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was not interested in doing anything like that at all. Like, I hated my body. So there was no way I was letting somebody else touch it or see it. Like, that was not gonna happen.
Like, sorry, the most you're getting is me taking my jeans off.
And I like wiggled out of them and like, you know what I mean? Like, ugh. And he was like, oh, sorry. And he was like really nice. And I was like, okay. And he like grabbed a pillow and one of the blankets and he went to lay on the floor. And I said, you know what? It's actually fine. You can sleep in bed. I'll sleep on the floor. It's like, because then I feel guilty because I'm a girl and I have guilt now that this man is sleeping on the floor. Like, you know what I mean? And so he was like, no, it's okay. It's fine. He's like, I didn't mean, like, he's like, I was like, okay, fine. And I finally convinced him to sleep in his bed with me. I had to convince him to do it. And we get into bed and I like roll over and he snuggles up behind me. And I said, I can't sleep if you're touching me. And he went, oh, okay. And we both just like laid there. And then that's like the prefix to the story. We hung out with this guy for years after this point.
Okay.
And when I told you I slept in his bed every night, I did. and he never once tried again. We didn't even kiss. There wasn't even cuddling. He just let me sleep in his bed every time we went over there for parties.
Well, that's very nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice story.
Isn't it?
That is a really nice story.
Nothing actually happens, but I think that's the one time that maybe a woman...
I can definitely say that I've had, like, a lot of guy friends growing up where I would just be like, okay, well, this is it, and we might have to sleep in the same bed. And I wake up, and they're, like, a stick beside me. Yeah. Like, I have a friend named Cullen. Hi, Cullen.
Hi, Cullen.
He came and visited me in Victoria when I was living here last.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we could set you up in a bed. I was like, or honestly, like...
You can just come sleep in here.
You can just come sleep in here. It's like 2 a.m. Me, Layla, and Cullen just hanging out.
Yeah.
And I ended up being in the middle. And I woke up that morning, and Cullen's just like, as a stick, anytime he had sleepovers at my house. And he'd sleep in the same bed with me and Layla.
Yeah.
And he just stick all night. And I love it.
Yeah. I had... one of my, like, very best friends, she will be my best friend. In my heart, we live very far apart, so we don't talk a lot anymore. But JD, if you're listening, I don't know if you are. I don't even know if you know this exists, but JD, if you're listening, you're the love of my life. Me and her and Jordan used to sleep in the same bed all the time.
That was a different kind of friendship.
Yeah, it was like a throuple without being a throuple.
Yeah.
Like, Jordan would sleep in the middle, Jade would sleep in the middle. And we were, like, all dating, but not, like, actually. You know, but it's just all the three of us did everything together for like a year and a half.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like everything. And then she has a boyfriend. She's still with him. He's great. Austin's great. Love ya, Austin. But they were long distance. So it was like the three of us, and then Austin occasionally. Austin would show up. We'd be like, oh my God, our buddy.
Oh, poor Austin.
No, I think he's fine. They were fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like, yeah, that was but I guess nothing ever happened there either. Just like we would all sleep in bed together and snuggle bug.
Yeah, nothing like grand happened.
No, there was no menage a trois or anything like that. We all just like slept together.
Okay, so of course everybody has their limits when it comes to sex.
Yeah. And boundaries are good.
Boundaries are good. Boundaries are really good. But I had this weird thought in my head. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I decided to ask the group, would you let a man or a woman spit on your face during sex?
Spit?
Or in your mouth.
Okay.
Or like on you. Spit on your face.
Depends on who it is. Abby's pointing at me. Depends on who it is and what does the situation call. I can think of a many situation where if somebody spat on me, I wouldn't be upset.
Not at all? You wouldn't be upset at all?
So here's the thing.
Oh.
I am a bi woman, but I am if I am with a man, I am the man. You know what I mean? Like I need to be the one in control. I need to be the domineering one. I need to be the one in charge. But with women, I like to be just a little girl.
You would let them spit on your face?
Depends on the woman.
No, because this is
okay.
This is something we need to talk about. This is something we need to talk about.
Like my face, maybe not, but there are
if you like that, that's okay.
And maybe specific men. Like I'm thinking if Zayden from my book came and he wanted to spit on me, I'd let him do whatever he wanted.
No, absolutely not. The person that I find like if the most attractive person to me could walk into the room and I wouldn't even let them spit near me and start gagging.
I should also say I don't like spit. I don't like spittle. I would rather you vomit on me than you spit on me. But I do think
No, you don't.
I can imagine.
No, you don't. That's crazy.
I would rather.
Absolutely not.
I would rather. Spit makes me want to throw up.
See, this is where I'm coming from. So, like, all my friends, almost all of them said, yeah, okay. Yeah, I could do that. I'm
thinking of very specific scenarios.
But I think it's just, like, in general. Would you let someone spit on your face? Do you find that attractive?
spit on my face, I don't think anyone could spit on my face and I would be okay with it. But I can imagine a specific archetype of people where I would let them do it to me. But I would probably let them do anything.
I think that if anybody tried to ever spit on my face, spit in my mouth, spit around me, I think I would get up and start crying and literally throw up. I can't even share forks with people or straws.
Yeah, but you're a germaphobe in that way.
I can't. I see a spit string off my own toothpaste or on my own toothbrush, and I want to gag. I want to gag thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it.
So I just don't. Yeah, no, it's a no for me. No.
Yeah, but if one of the morally gray shadow winged daddies from one of my fantasy books came, and he wanted to spit on me, okay.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
But that being said, the normal person that I'm attracted to or drawn to, no, that's not a part of my day-to-day sex life.
You know? Absolutely not. I don't know how people do that.
I can see it. I can see I'm a very
that to me is the same people that like foot jobs.
Can I tell you
same
a secret?
Amount of crazy. What?
I guess this counts as a crazy sex story. I just remembered when you said that.
Wait.
So
no.
So in high school, one of my friends dated this guy who was real into feet. Foot fetish. Foot fetish. And they broke up, and I was over at his house with other people. And she was supposed to come, we were trying to all stay friends.
I don't like where this is going.
No, and so I show up, and I'm a perpetually early person. I show up 30 minutes on time because I'm crazy. So I show up early, we're sitting there, and I'm getting the pizza out, we're pouring a drink, whatever, and I'm sitting on his couch, and he looks at me, I'm wearing my little socks, sitting on the couch, and he said, so do you take my side or hers? We had this conversation about the breakup. And I said, you know what? I'm staying in Switzerland. I'll choose her if I have to, but don't make me, sort of thing. And I knew about his foot fetish because she told me all about it.
Obviously.
He told me all about it. He proceeds to look me dead in the eye and ask me for a foot job. And I said,
no.
Right here? What do you mean? I couldn't even in my little brain figure out how that worked. What, you want me to sit across from you like this? I don't understand. I didn't, you know what I mean? How am I supposed to do that? And then my first thought, because I grew up dancing, my first thought is my feet are disgusting. My feet are still...
Your first thought was I'm saying no immediately.
Well, no, but my first thought was being self-conscious because remember, I'm dancing, I'm anorexic. I feel like I'm the ugliest person.
Would be no, run out the door.
No,
absolutely
my first reaction was I have the ugliest feet. This is a guy with a foot fetish, and he's gonna see my feet and actually say no, thank you. That's what's going on in my girl brain.
Damn.
And I just went, I don't think you want that. And I said, my feet, I literally have, open blisters on my feet. And he went, oh. And I went, well, thanks. And, yeah, and then people were showing up, 10 minutes later.
So even if this happened, let's say this happened, people show up.
And then what? You know what I mean?
Legs extended, feet on dick. How do you explain that?
Do you think it's like this?
I think you make
do I do this?
I think you the only way I could
this?
Yeah, a funnel. I feel that's the only way.
How do you move on?
With your legs. Your legs.
Oh, I have to.
Yeah.
No way. That's not happening.
This takes core strength. This is a sport. This is foot jobs are a sport.
It needs to be in the Olympics.
I feel the only way you can do it. There's probably lots of ways you can do it, but the only way I feel you can do it is making a little funnel,
making a little hole with the arches of your feet. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's really weird, Madison. And I think it's even weirder that your first instinct was not to run out of that house.
My first instinct was no, not. I'm too ugly. Like my first, and like no, but that's how my brain works.
That's so crazy.
My first instinct was like, no, you're actually not gonna want one from me because
I can't believe. Oh my god,
that's so ugly. My feet are gnarly. Yeah, I think I wasn't thrown off because I knew he had a foot fetish.
But also,
do you know what I mean?
The fact that he asked you,
that's crazy. Like the fact that he asked me and people were coming over. Like, what did he think would happen?
No, that's my thing. Like, okay, so if I walked in to someone on the couch getting a foot job, I think I'd just walk right back out.
Yeah,
I'd be like, I
don't ever think I could have followed through with it. Like, I don't think I have the resolve to do that, especially then. I would have probably cried. I would have probably just
taken off a sock and just started
crying. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
We weren't friends after that. Like, that kind of ruined it for me. I kind of just went, yeah, no. And
did that kind of ruin it for you?
It did. And I went, yeah, I don't think I can.
I don't think I can do this anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I can do this friend group anymore.
I know, yeah. And, like...
I think they're still friends.
And the thing is, like, foot fetishes are so, like, out there. And they're so real.
Yeah.
Which is, like, it's just fine. That's okay.
Like what you like.
Like what you like, but I find it crazy. Because I, like, hate feet. Like, I
don't want to touch... Yeah, I'm a socked up girl too.
Abby is socked up. Abby hates them too. But like even in high school, there was like rumors about people like that would suck on toes, suck on their own toes.
Don't ever do that to me.
Not rumors. Truth? Really?
Wait, what? Do you have a story to tell?
No.
Okay.
Hey guys.
But then what?
Hi.
Hey Abby.
Hi. So in our high school, there was this girl who I will
not name.
Leave out the name.
Just don't name her.
I'm not gonna name her. I really hope she doesn't see this because it's well-known information. Yeah, but she sucked toes in like grade 9.
Toes?
Yeah.
Or she got her toes sucked.
No, she sucked toes. And the one that she sucked were dirty, nasty. Remember who it was, Paige?
Man-toes?
Yeah. And not only man toes, dirty, nasty man toes.
I went to her birthday party in kindergarten. Her house smelled like butthole.
Say it for the people.
Her house smelled like butthole, like actual like butthole. I remember going back home.
You're sniffing butt?
And saying, no, literally, it smells like as if you were to put your hands in your pants, scratch your butthole.
And whiff it?
And like, you get a whiff of it. My little brothers did that all the time, so I know exactly what butthole smells like.
There was a story like that. Well, it wasn't a story, though. So there was this girl that I didn't go to school with her. She went to a different school, but I was friends with people who were friends with people she was at school with. You know what I mean? Like, through the grapevine. We lived in a small town. I'd seen the video. I've seen the video of this happening. This girl, she froze a water bottle and then took the ice out and made videos of inserting it where you think she inserted it and having it melt into the shape of her bagus. And then she like takes it out and she's like sucking on the ice. And we were 16.
Okay, wait though. Question.
Yeah. Like she was making OnlyFans content on Instagram before OnlyFans existed and we were minors.
What did it look like inside there?
What do you mean?
Like the ice. So if it creates,
it like melts and it became.
Yeah, but if it formed into the inside, what does the inside look like?
So do you know this? Every vagina is different. Mm-hmm. Every vagina, every cervix, everything. The shape of the inside of yours is different than the shape of the inside of mine.
I knew that.
Right? And there's like different types.
But is it like a little tunnel? Like a little tunnel?
Yeah, but there's like dips and valleys and because there's organs there, right? All your organs are in there and then there's...
So she's
She's porking what?
I said... I meant to say she's poking all of her little organs with ice.
Well, yeah, like it didn't really like turn to like the shape of anything. It just like melted inside of her.
Oh, okay. See, that was my question. Like,
okay.
If it took the shape of something, what did it look like? Because I can't create a mold.
You can
all inside there.
Yes, you can. There's people who do that. There are molds. We'll Google it later.
Okay,
that's a thing people do.
Anyways, that was just my question, but that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
She wasn't getting paid for it either.
No. Oh, she was though.
Oh, she was.
She was like selling it on the internet.
Oh,
like back. This was like the wild days. It was crazy. Yeah. To be fair, that part is unsubstantiated. I have no proof that she did that, but that's just what the rumor mill said. So that could be wrong.
I see.
And I honestly remember like seeing all of this and thinking like, I should not be watching this. Like I was also a minor, but I was like, how are we getting this? But she was just posting it on her Instagram. Like, she was posting photos.
In high school, there's a lot of things. Like, there was this girl that, there was a rumor that she fucked a cucumber. There was also
that's a common one.
This other one where, this one did happen. She put peanut butter in her vagina, made her dog eat her out. And she videoed it and sent to somebody.
Yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah, so that happened. Lots happened.
Yeah, it was just crazy. And,
like what in our little pea brains do we think that, like, oh, I'm 16. I should do this. This sounds fun.
I know. Well, obviously we talked about this earlier. I was not, and I thought I was ace. I didn't have that language back then, but looking back is like, I really thought that about myself. Like, I thought I wasn't a sexual person, because everybody around me was so interested. I was interested, like, in the sense of, like, mechanics. Like, I had watched porn with my friends, I had, like, tried masturbating, like, all that stuff, but it was like, I was more hyper fixated on it because I didn't want it, and it was so,
that makes sense.
I was just like, I was so curious on what it was. Like, I think I watched every type of porn there is. Your dad caught me once just watching, me and Lexi, we were watching porn on the, like, family computer.
You know what, I was with all my girlfriends, that we were all at my house, and she pulls up Shrek porn. Like, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And we're like, have the phone held up on my bedroom wall, and we're all surrounded. And Mom walks in. She's like, what are you guys watching?
To Shrek porn.
We all just lost our shit. We just started laughing. I showed her the phone. I was like, Shrek porn.
Yeah. Like, me and my friends, we were obsessed with, like, watching it and being like, what's that mean? Like, watching, like, different kinds of porn.
No,
and being like, okay, what does it mean when they do this? We were, like, analyzing it. Yeah, that's crazy.
I've never done that.
Yeah, but I wasn't interested in sex until I decided to lose my virginity.
I think that's the difference, is I was, like, hypersexual when I was in high school.
I wanted to be, but I just wasn't. Does that make sense? Like, I tried really hard to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I just wasn't interested. Like, there was nothing. And even to this day, like, I'm not a very sexual person.
No.
I'm very sex positive. I think sex is amazing. I think safe sex is whatever. I really believe in sex. I think it's an amazing thing. But I myself am just not, it's not a thing in my brain.
Yeah, I'm definitely not like that anymore. I think I overdid in high school.
Well, you also were a teenager. Your hormones were crazy.
And now I'm a grandma.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think
we'll probably do this multiple times because I think as stuff comes up, you want to talk about different things.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good.
Yeah. You're satisfied?
Yes. But I am really curious. Tell us your weird kinks, your worst sex stories.
We won't kink shame you.
We won't kink shame you, I promise.
Unless it is worthy of being kink shamed. And unless being kink shamed is your kink shame, then I'll kink shame you.
Yeah, we'll do whatever.
Yeah.
For you. I'll do whatever for you.
Except you can't spit on her.
Except spit on me. But yeah, let us know your weirdest kink, your weirdest or worst sex story.
Your favorite fairy porn book.
Yeah, favorite fairy porn, favorite porn. Some funny stories.
Don't post the porn on here, though. Don't
post it.
Don't post it. I don't think I actually want to know that. Just comment, say, this is for Paige, and I won't read it. I don't want to know.
But let us know. We want to hear about your stories and your...
We want to hear your stories. We want to hear from you.
Yes.
Love you guys.
So let us know.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this week. We will see you next Wednesday. We should have mics, which will be fun.
We will have mics. They're supposed to come in today.
Well, they're coming at some point today before 10 p.m.
Which is so lame.
Which is crazy. Anyway.
They'll come in today. We should be on Spotify.
I honestly don't know.
We're gonna get on Spotify.
I think the joke is now that we never go on Spotify. And we just say it every episode.
We're gonna get on Spotify.
We will get there.
We'll get there. And we'll let you know when we're there. But yeah, check out TikTok, check out Instagram.
Yeah.
Don't Tell Our Mom, podcast. And yeah.
And love ya.
Love ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya.
Do your thing. Do your little...
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.